Hey guys, 91 Extreme RT here with a quick benchmarking video for the new Radeon R9 290X. Now, I'm going to be comparing this against my card I just replaced, which is it was a HIS Radeon IceQ Turbo 6970. So it's 2 generations old. It's an old 40 nanometer card. Now, I ran tests on it the other day, and this morning again before I put my new R9 card in. And that card on Firestrike Extreme, on the Extreme preset here, it ran a score of 1850, which was pretty good for a 4-year-old card, you could say. The other specs of my computer are that I'll be running this benchmark with. The chassis, or the case, is a HAF X. It's a Coolermaster HAF X case. I have a Samsung 840 solid-state hard drive. I have 16 gig of 1600 megahertz RAM, or 2 8 gig sticks of a Gskill Ripjaws X series. I have an AMD FX 8350 processor, 8-core. And for my motherboard, I have an Asus Sabertooth 990 FX Generation 3 Revision 2.0, the Ultimate Force series, or Tough series. So I'm gonna run this benchmark, and I will get back to you on the results on it and compare to my card I just upgraded. Alright, and here you have it. The score in Firestrike is 4839 with the new R9 290X card. So that is a solid 3,000 points higher than the card I upgraded from, the 6970. As you can see, the high-end gaming PC mark is 4710. I'm at 4839, and now this is with running my RAM at stock speeds. My BIOS on my motherboard is not overclocked; it is stock. The graphics card is stock, no overclock, and I have the processor at stock. The FX processor is not overclocked for this benchmark. Everything is at the stock speed. So I got, well, as you can see, the FX 8350. This is just a turbo core clock, and everything. I mean, everything is as it should be. So nothing is upgraded at all. It is what it is. So a score of 4839 on Extreme is pretty damn good for no overclock and for this rig. This rig that I have right now, and I listed all of the components to my computer in the description below, and I would say for under $2,000 you can have the same build if you build it yourself. For under $2,000 you got an AMD system that will pile drive any game that you throw at it. And I should also include in here the score too. Now, if you click on a high-end gaming PC and look at what it is, Intel Core i7-4770K in a GeForce Titan with the Z87 Pro motherboard, that is the score for that computer, and this is what my AMD computer is doing on all stock parts. My graphics card I'm using is half the price of a Titan. The processor I'm using is a half price of the i7-4770K. It's actually probably more than half price. It's probably like a third. The motherboard I'm using is it's close to the same price. It's about $100 cheaper than the motherboard that they're using, and I'm not sure what the RAM is that they're using, but as you can see, my I guess you could call it economy or budget AMD rig. It's a full AMD setup I have, and it beats out every Intel, or the Intel and NVIDIA benchmark score for Firestrike, by well over 100 points. So if you're into Intel and NVIDIA, they're really good products, but you pay more for the name than you do for the performance out of it, I guess, in my opinion. You can get a system that performs equally as good, if not better, than, as you can see, an Intel or NVIDIA system for a fraction of the price. So I guess it really is something that you want to take into consideration if you're building a computer by yourself. Because all this stuff listed here, especially that graphics card, that Titan is $1,000. And my card I got with Battlefield 4 was $588. And as you can see, that score, my score, annihilated that Intel and Titan rig.